Good day, dear friends. You're welcome to yet another interesting episode on this series of choral music performances. Don't forget that this series is themed towards perfectionism in choral music performances, and today is the 8th episode, and I'm so glad that you are here with me today. Now, before we go into what we are to discuss today, I'd like to encourage those who are just joining me for the first time to kindly watch previous episodes so that you can, follow up with what we've been discussing in the past, and also to kindly share this video with your friends, your choristers, your choir masters, and all those who you know that are interested in choral music performances, and also to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you very much. All right. So today we will be discussing how to, build motivation or how to build dedication in your choir members, how to make them to be more dedicated to your group as a music director. What are the things that you need to do, to just give them a little bit of motivation to want to attend rehearsals and want to be there for you as their director at all times. So that's what we'll be talking about today. Okay. Dedication simply means the quality of being committed to a purpose or a task. Now, how do you keep your choirs committed and dedicated to your choral group or to your, choir in church or wherever? First, you have to be committed and dedicated yourself as a music director. And how do you remain dedicated? First is by respecting yourself. So, my first point here today is respect. Now, respect in two ways. I'm going to divide what I mean by respect into two categories. In terms of personality, and second, in terms of time management. Now, let me explain. Personality, how do you show respect as a person? This has to do with, being able to have interrelational or relationship skills. How do you relate with them? How do you talk to them? How do you show love and care to them? Do you just talk anyhow? Do you take your time to monitor their progress during and as the rehearsal proceeds? So this is what I mean by respect in terms of personality. What kind of person are you outside the place of a director? Are you a good person? Do you refer to yourself as a good person who knows how to talk to people? Because in this age that we are, there are many people who do not know how to communicate, how to talk to people, especially people who see them as, their leaders in whatever capacity. So, in terms of personality, who are you? So, in terms of time management, as a director, do you always keep to time? Are you always so particular about timing? Do you arrive early? You fixed a rehearsal for 5 p.m. Are you there before 5 p.m. to make sure that things are ready for rehearsals at 5 p.m.? You say the duration of your rehearsal is between 5 and 7 p.m. Do you close at 7 p.m.? I mean, these are all little things that directors don't take into consideration. The duration of your rehearsal is 2 hours, strictly 2 hours. If for any reason you need to spend more than 2 hours, it should be properly communicated to your members so that they know that all of us need to stay and do this together. Not that you will stand and just continue to do what you're doing, and you see the members may not complain, but I mean, in terms of your personality, in terms of whether you respect them, they begin to lose it. You understand? So I encourage choristers, choir directors, to take this into consideration. Your personality is at stake here. When you say yes, let your yes be yes. When you say no, let your no be no. Another way by which you can, motivate your choristers for dedication is by, paying attention to their needs outside of rehearsals. You have not seen a chorister for over 3-4 weeks, and you still do not ask any question. You still do not call them to find out what is going on. Ask deliberate questions about their personal life. Let them know that you care. Outside of rehearsals, do not be that kind of music director or choir master that does not really care about what happens to your members outside of rehearsals. That all you care about is just come to rehearsal, sing your song, sing very well, and go away. No. That way you are not motivating them for dedication. All right. Ask deliberate questions about them, about their life, about what they are going through. Let them share experiences with you and offer advice when and where necessary. This way they know that, oh, come, this man really, or this woman, or our director really cares about us, and because of that I'm going to dedicate myself, my time, my energy, my money to this group, and make sure that we are always doing well and we are always successful in everything we do. So make time out. In fact, I would propose that as a director, you make out time maybe twice a month to place a call through to your members, and do not ask them anything about the choir while you're calling them. While on that call, just feel free, tell them that, well, I'm just calling to check up on you. How are you doing? How is this? How is that? So that way they know that you are not calling because you want them to do something for the choir. The only reason you are calling is to just ask about them, to ask about what's going on with them, and etc. When they have functions, attend. Also, do not make everything about yourself. Yes, you are the leader, you are the choir master, but it's not all about you. All right, you alone cannot do it. If they are not there, you can't exist as a director. So it's not all about you. In fact, it has nothing to do with you. So always remember also that nobody is indispensable. You can be sacked. If it's your group, they can leave and go to another person's group. All right? So when you have all these at the back of your mind, just see it as a privilege to be their director, and be intentional about the things you say and how you place your sentences, how you talk, especially when you are talking in front of your members. Be intentional about how you pick your words carefully, so that it will not sound as if everything is about you. See my choir, my members, all these kind of things. You should be careful in, saying those kind of things. Instead of mine, you can use our, so that there's a sense of belonging for everybody. Of course, some people may not care about how you say these things, but some people do care. All right, so please take all this into consideration. Now, this next point is, I think it's going to be very controversial, but however, I'm still going to say it. And the point is this: don't be an aggressive director. You don't have to shout at all the times. You don't have to shout at all times. All right? Don't use abusive words, Of course, I know that the rehearsal can get to a particular point when everybody is tensed up, probably because you've been rehearsing a passage over and over time, and the choir members seem not to have gotten it well, and as human beings, you want to tend to get angry, and please. I'm saying please, and I'm smiling because I know how it is. All right, so but just be intentional. Do not be aggressive. You don't have to shout at them. You don't have to scream before they understand why it is important to get that passage. You don't have to use abusive words. You don't have to make them feel bad for being in the choir. You don't have to demean them by the words you say before they understand that they have to do what they have to do. All right, so instead, just encourage them, tell them that they can do it. Now, I know that, I said at the beginning that I know this may be controversial, but at the end of the day, the important thing is getting to do it well, getting the choir members to sing and sing well. That's the most important thing. So the way you get them to do it also matters a lot. If you get them to do it by being angry and being abusive, it will bounce back later. But if you choose the other subtle way of speaking to them, making them understand that, look, I understand that this is a little bit difficult. Probably you've not been singing this kind of songs before, but I know you can do it. That's why I brought it for us to do. So whichever way we are going to do it, we have to do it. Ways like that are more better ways of speaking and making them understand that they have to do, and they have to do it well. So choose not to be aggressive, choose not to use abusive words, choose to be patient with them and encourage them. So this point also is very dicey, and it's this: do not hate them for not coming for rehearsals, or better put, do not get angry if they don't show up for rehearsals. Don't resent them for not coming for rehearsals. All right, what you can do is to call them, encourage, find out why they have not been attending rehearsals, and then encourage them to attend. All right, well, if there is a structure, if there is a good structure in your choir, all these things should not be a problem. All right, because for instance, in my own choir, if you don't attend rehearsals 3 times consecutively, there's a punishment. All right, so if there's a structure, then you don't have to get angry if they don't attend rehearsals, because they know that if they do not attend rehearsals, this will happen to them. If they attend rehearsals, this will happen to them. Also, make your rehearsals very lively. Let it be that when they don't attend rehearsals because of something, they will miss not attending that rehearsal. When rehearsals are very lively, choir members will show up, because it's a way of releasing a lot of tension. It's a way of coming together to smile, forgetting your sorrows and the rest of it. So they would naturally want to attend rehearsals. So when they don't, it means that something must have happened, and that has stopped them from attending rehearsals. So have a conversation with them, talk to them. Don't make everything too rigid. Yes, there are laws, there are rules and regulations, but still have a conversation with them and know what's up before you take that your judgment stick to hit them on the head. All right, so let me end this episode by asking us a few questions. 1, which of these points that I have given so far do you think is a bit too extreme, or does not really build motivation and dedication in members? Please let me know so that I can also learn from you. Thank you very much for joining me today again. I hope that the few points that I have given will help choir directors and choir members, to build up motivation and dedication in your respective groups and chorales. So, thank you very much. I still remain your humble self, Samson Oladosu EBE, signing out today to see you again next week. Have a nice day.